Hi, everyone. Welcome back to your Yoga Cafe. This is our final August practice. So this will be the last time we do the laughter yoga for a little while. And today I want you to gather a couple of things. A chair with a nice tall back would be great. And then also maybe a throw pillow. If you don't have a throw pillow handy, then maybe just a folded up blanket or a folded beach towel, something not too bulky, okay? And then once you've gathered those props, go ahead and come to your comfortable seated position, making sure that the feet are underneath your knees. The thighs are parallel to the floor. And if you'd like, for this first part, you're welcome to lean back against the back of your chair. Once you have that set up, go ahead and place your palms face down on your thighs. And very slowly, with the rhythm of your breath, you're going to inhale, draw the hands back towards your hips, and then exhale, slide the hands forward towards your knees. So let's just start off very simple today. Inhaling, sliding the hands back, feeling the fabric, or maybe even your skin. Notice the warmth from your hands. You have so many nerve endings in the hands. It's really a shortcut to the nervous system to work with the hands. Okay. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. At the completion of your next exhale, turn the palms to face up and set the hands comfortably in your lap. Just pausing to notice the tingling, pulsing, maybe even some itching. Now we're going to move the fingers very subtly, and these can be such small movements that they're barely perceptible from the outside, or they could be very large movements, whatever works for your fingers today. As you inhale, next time you inhale, open the fingers wide. And then exhale, relax the fingers, let them curl inward to make a very loose fist, almost like you're holding an egg in each palm. Inhale and the fingers open wide. Exhale, relax and curl the fingers. So go with the rhythm of your breath. And we're doing a couple of things at the same time here. So we are moving body and breath together, giving the mind something to really anchor. What we're also doing, what you might notice, is that the breath rhythm has shifted between the previous exercise and now. The breath rhythm is slightly different. There's a different quality to your breathing. Maybe it's a little more smooth, elastic, no skips or hiccups in the breath. You might even notice that the breath slows down and deepens. Next time you complete your next exhale, turn your right palm to face your thigh. And then continue that movement just with the left hand. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, close the left hand. Visualize breathing in and out of just the left side of your nose. The left side of your whole body. You can imagine that left hand is like a pump drawing the air in and squeezing the air out of the whole left side of your body. You might notice the muscles in the arm or leg start to wake up and want to tense up. There's no need for that, but it's nice that they want to get in on the action. At the end of your next exhale, turn your left palm to face down, turn your right palm to face up. And then you'll inhale and open the right hand, exhale, let it slowly close. And the visualization here is that you're breathing out of the right side of your nose, pumping air in and out of the right side of your body. In reality, we're breathing through both sides, but we want to use the brain, use our imagination like we would any other muscle. And at the end of your next exhale, turn both palms to face up and visualize breathing through both sides of the nose. Take one more breath like that. Okay. And then just let the hands rest. As we go through our practice today, I'm going to offer you different options and different practices. If any of them interfere with this smooth, steady breathing, please do the breathing. Though that's more important than the movement or whatever other practice has come up, okay? All right. So we're going to now move into a little self-massage technique called the 10 dragons. I'm just going to angle so that you can see a little better. So if you're wearing glasses, you'll want to take them off. In the 10 dragons, you're going to start with your fingertips right above your eyebrows. And those fingertips will slowly massage upward into the hairline, up over the top of your head to the occiput, that shelf at the back of your skull. When you reach that shelf, you're going to pull the chi or the energy off and toss it. So it's a little bit like you're, in the shower and you're smoothing the water off your hair. So you come up and over, pull and toss, up and over, pull and toss, up and over, pull and toss, up and over, pull and toss. And then this next time, go past the occiput, down the neck to the upper shoulders, pull from there and toss. So up and over, pull from the shoulders and toss. Up and over, pull from the shoulders and toss. Up and over, pull from the shoulders and toss. One more time. And toss. And then just let your hands rest in your lap. If you do wear glasses, you'll put those back on now. And let's move our attention to the movements of the neck. So start off by turning your head to look over one shoulder. Then bring your chin down towards the collarbone, down to the center of your chest, to the other collarbone, and then over the other shoulder. Let's reverse. Go back around slowly. And go back and forth that way, creating this half circle shape. Now, if you're dealing with any tender issues in the neck, this is a great way to stay. Otherwise, if you would like to do a full circle, the next time you're looking over your shoulder, continue to look up and around towards the other shoulder. And then when you come to the center of your chest, you're going to pause and reverse direction. So whether you're doing the half or the full circle, you are alternating directions with each pass. You want to go slowly and gently here. It's common to hear a lot of creaking and cracking, but if there's pain associated with those noises, then I'd like you to make the movement a little smaller. And we're going to finish up. There we go. Part 2. Let's bring the chin to the chest. And then push your head towards an imaginary headrest behind you and lift the chin up. Connecting with your breath, exhale as the chin goes down. Inhale as you lift the chin. Exhale as the chin goes down and slide your hands towards your knees, rounding in your upper back. And then inhale as the chin goes up, slide your hands towards your hips. Exhaling round. Inhaling arch. And if you haven't already, you may want to scoot a little forward in your chair. So that you don't bump into the back of the chair. Last time, at the end of this next exhale, bring your hands back, turn the palms up, sit up tall, and pause, just feeling again the pulsing through your hands, feeling your breath. Okay, now let's bring the arms down by your sides. If you do have any swelling through the hands or the arms, then you'll want to keep your hands on your lap. Next, inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale, push the shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, the shoulders go up, and exhale, they press down. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. Now this time as you inhale up, just lift one shoulder up, the other one goes down. And then switch. And switch. And switch. And we'll turn this into a shoulder roll. So as the shoulder comes up, it's also going to come forward, then up, then back, then down. The other one comes forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. And you'll notice that the torso is turning slightly with these shoulder movements. Go ahead and let that happen. Okay. One more, and then we'll reverse directions. So then the shoulder comes back, up, forward, and down. 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 Once more to each side. Okay, so that is warming up the shoulders, and then we're going to continue with the shoulders. I want you to take your two hands together, not laced, but clasped, almost like you're shaking hands with yourself. And slowly begin to draw those hands over to one shoulder, then straighten the arms out in front of you, and then bring the fist to the other shoulder and straighten the arms out in front of you. So when you bring the fist to the shoulder, you're stretching this top arm. And that may be enough for you today, that stretch. Or like with the neck rolls, you might decide you want to go all the way around, in which case you will bring the fist up over your head and then straighten. And once the arms are straight, you reverse. Go the other way and extend. So you're either letting the fist come from shoulder to shoulder, or you're letting the fist come all the way around, but we're alternating directions no matter what option you're taking, what variation you're taking. Okay, last one. So the next time the arms are straight out in front of you, pause and go ahead and let the hands come down. Resting the shoulders, palms facing the thighs. And once again, we're going to slide the hands on the thighs, but this time we'll just do one hand at a time. So you're going to draw one hand back, one hand forward, and let that pull you into a twist. And then switch. And then switch. So go nice and slow. We're doing a fair amount of twisting in very small increments today. Okay. After you complete your next twist, come back to center. And then bring the arms up into cactus. So in cactus position, the elbows are bent and they're about the height of your shoulder, maybe a little lower. Okay, take a moment there to adjust for what you need. Maybe the shoulders are a little bit tight, and so you might need to drop the hands down. We want to have the spine in a nice upright position. So if you have to do some kind of weird contorting to get the arms up, then adjust the arms, not the spine, okay? All right, take a breath in here. And as you exhale, bring your left hand to meet your right hand. So you're turning towards the right. And maybe they touch, maybe the right hand has to come meet it halfway. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the other direction. So the right hand comes across to meet the left hand. Inhale back to center. So it's just like we were doing with the hands on the thighs, but it's a little bit more intense, okay? And I want you to adjust the hand that is supposedly stationary. Adjust that if you need to, okay? Maybe you don't go quite as open with that arm. Back and forth. And then the next time you're twisted towards your right, pause. We're simply going to lower the hands to the right thigh. So you're still sitting up nice and tall. You haven't twisted more deeply. You are right here at the twist that your arms brought you to. And you're going to simply breathe there. I know we have really strong arms, and if we wanted to, we could kind of crank ourselves around the spine, but that's not what I'm going for today. I just want you to find your organic twist and stay there. Next time you exhale, go ahead and unwind. And then bring the arms back into cactus. We'll do the other side. So the right arm comes over to the left. Find your end position and then lower the hands. Resist the urge to pull yourself into the twist more deeply. We don't need that. And breathe. Sitting up nice and tall. You could even push your feet into the floor. And then slowly unwind, coming back to center. So what you're probably feeling now is some tension around the back, like the sides of the back of your waistband area, because those are the muscles that you use to turn yourself around. All right, now we're going to stretch out, hopefully stretch out those muscles. So I want you to come even further forward on the seat of your chair and then step the feet out wide, nice and wide apart. Here, I'll go a little back so that you can see this better. So feet go out nice and wide apart. And we're going to do a little exploration of side bending. So let's just start by taking the left hand down towards the left knee and bringing the right hand towards the right waist. That could be your side bend today. If you're feeling a stretch along the right side, stay there. If you're not yet feeling the stretch, you might need to bend this left elbow and drop down a little more. Okay. And then once you begin to feel the stretch along the right side, play with it a little bit. Roll the rib cage forward towards your thighs, and then maybe roll it a little bit back towards the seat of your chair, and feel into that spectrum of movement to find your side bend. Once you've got that sweet spot, you're welcome to bring that right hand to your shoulder. You could come into cactus. You could bring the arm overhead, whatever feels appropriate for your right shoulder and for your breath. And then on your next exhale, slowly bring yourself back up. Take your time. Notice how that is for you. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to the other side. So now the right hand slides down towards the right knee, left hand to the left side of your waist, and you're just going to lean, almost like you're trying to whisper something into the person who's sitting next to you, into their ear. Okay? If you need to go a little bit more to feel that side bend, then you're going to bend your right elbow. Turn this so you can see my arm. Bend your right elbow, lean onto it, okay? Then you'll play with it. So I'm hoping you started to feel a stretch along the left side. And then you're going to roll the ribs a little forward and then a little back until it feels like the sweet spot of the side bend. Once you have that sweet spot, then determine where your left arm wants to be. Hand can be on the shoulder, you can do the cactus, or you can reach your arm overhead, whatever feels appropriate for you. And then to come out of the pose, we're going to lower that left arm and come back up to center. Okay, so feet are nice and wide apart. Let's bring the feet back in, bring them close to the seat of the chair, and come to stand. So from there, you'll want to grab your pillow. I'm going to shift back a little bit here. Grab your pillow and here we go. This is our goofy part. Stand with your feet hips width apart and turn the toes forward. And then place the pillow on the top of your head. Arms down by your sides. Now let's begin with the knees slightly bent. Drop the weight back into your heels. And then push the heels into the floor to straighten the legs. And feel the muscles along your spine engage as you push the top of your head into the pillow. So there's a little bit of an isometric action with the legs pushing the feet down into the floor and with the core muscles pushing your head up into the pillow. And the arms are just along for the ride. Shoulders don't need to be up in the ears. This is our mountain pose, our Tadasana. And then relax that. So soften the knees, soften the hips, soften the shoulders, and release your pillow. And let's see if we can do that same movement, same action without the pillow. So slight bend to the knees, put your weight in your heels, push the heels into the floor to straighten the legs, then push the top of your head into an imaginary pillow. Feel those core muscles kick in. Breathe. And with your next inhale, simply let the arms float out and up to whatever height your shoulders allow today. And then exhale, let the arms float out and down. It's almost as if your hands are suspended by helium balloons, pulling them up. And then letting them drift back down. Let's do that one more time. Kind of getting into the groove of moving larger parts of the body in time with the breath. We'll come now into a half sun salutation or Surya Namaskar. For that, I like to use the seat of the chair. You don't have to, especially if you have the mobility and stability. But I always like to start off at least with the seat of the chair. So I'm facing the seat of my chair. I'm in Tadasana to begin. Exhale the breath out. And then we're all going to slowly let the arms float up. This time as you exhale, though, I want you to bend at your hips, bring your hands to the seat of the chair. Inhale, look towards the back of your chair. And then exhale, look towards your legs. If this is a lot of stretch on the backs of your legs, you're welcome to bend the knees. Then place your hands on your thighs, push off your thighs as you inhale and let the arms float up. And then exhale, let the hands float back down by your sides. Try it again. Inhaling up. Exhaling, fold. Now, when you inhale and look towards the back of the chair, really feel your spine elongate. And then exhale, look towards the legs. Hands to your thighs. Inhale, push off your thighs, float the arms up. And exhale, hands down by your sides. Let's do that one more time at your own pace, your own breath rhythm. I won't cue you, but you can look up at any time. Okay. And then just pause there, feeling that pulsing, tingling in through the hands, maybe even through the arms. Feel your breath. All right. So we've explored the arms, the neck, the upper body, the torso with all kinds of things. Now we need to get into the legs a little bit here. So I'm going to turn my chair the opposite way so that I have access to the back of the chair to hang on to for balance. And I highly recommend you do the same. Although if you're somebody who has no trouble with balance, then maybe you don't even worry about the chair. Okay. So we're going to start off with the feet right next to each other, and then turn the toes slightly out. So you've got a little V shape with your feet. Okay. Shift your weight onto the leg that is closest to the back of your chair. So for me, that's my right leg. And then place your left foot forward. In order to put your left heel forward, you have to bend your right knee. Okay. And we're just going to do this little movement that horses do when they're kind of feeling impatient and they want to go. It's a little horse stamp. So you're going to drag your left heel back in towards your right leg, and then bring the knee up to the chest and send the heel forward and down. In, up, forward, and down. In, up, forward, and down. In, up, forward, and down. I'm going to show you at an angle just in case it's confusing. In, up, forward, and down. In, up, forward, and down. And again, if balance is not a problem, you can do this with the arms out to help you balance. Let's do this one more time on this side. And then we'll bring the feet in. You can shake out the legs if you need to. And then when you're ready, we'll do the other side. So actually, let me do that over here. So feet start right next to each other, then you open them into a little V shape. Weight is going to go onto the left leg, and you'll extend your right foot forward, which means your left knee has to bend, right? Okay, so then you pull that foot in, up, pelvis is slightly tucking, so you can extend the leg out and down. In, up, out, and down. In, up, out, and down. So in this one move, we are warming up the joints of the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Kind of a 3-for-1. And then again, if you want to play with the balance aspect of this, let's do one more. And then just shake out the legs. Okay. So most likely you're getting some complaints through the thighs, maybe even in the ankle. So we're going to address that right now with a yoga posture called Warrior One. Start by facing the back of your chair, feet a little wider than your hips. So if you look down at this horizontal space between your 2 feet, it would be nice to have it be around the same spacing as your shoulders, same horizontal spacing as your shoulders. Okay, that width. All right, now let's take the right foot and step it back and see if you can keep that horizontal width between the 2 feet. And what might have to happen is the left foot moves a little bit to the left, the right foot moves a little bit to the right. Okay, toes of the right foot are slightly turned out. That's just so that your knee and your ankles are aligned. Then go ahead and bend your left knee. Reach your right arm forward, like you're going to shake hands with somebody, and then pull that right arm up. You can keep the left hand on the back of the chair if you like, especially if balance is tricky. Or you can bring the left hand parallel or even palms touching if the shoulders allow. Keep breathing. Feel that stretch along the front of your right hip, maybe even into the ankle and calf. Take one more breath here. And then bring the hands back to the back of your chair. Step the back foot in. We still have that horizontal width. Step your left foot back. Again, maintaining that horizontal width. Bend your right knee. Then reach the left hand forward and up. You can keep that right hand on the back of the chair, or you can reach the right arm up, maybe parallel, or palms can come together. Breathe here. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight, but there can be a slight micro bend to the knee. In other words, just don't lock your knee. Locking the knees has an adverse effect on your breathing. These days, we need all the help we can get to breathe. Okay, then to come out of the pose, hands to the back of the chair, bring the back foot in, and let's step the feet a little narrower, not quite touching, but more like the heels are directly underneath the hip joints themselves. So where the thigh bone actually comes into the pelvis. Okay, see if you can put your heels right underneath those hip joints. Place the hands on the back of the chair and drop your shoulders down, like we did before when we were seated. Let your hips swing a little bit forward, and at the same time, lift your chest up. We're coming into a back bend. It's a version of cobra, Bhujangasana. And I want you to start to feel that stretch along the front of the body without feeling a crunching on the back of the body. If you start to feel this crunching back here, then that means you're going too deep or the hips are not sliding forward enough. One more breath here. And then to come out of the pose, we swing the hips back the other direction, so away from you, and step the feet back like we're going to do a downward facing dog. Keep the feet nice and wide this time. Feet nice and wide. And you're welcome to leave the hands on the back of the chair, or you can start to walk your hands down the legs of the chair, even to the floor if you'd like. This is whatever version of downward facing dog suits you today. And then when you're ready, you're going to walk your hands back up the chair. Bend your knees, walk towards the seat of the chair, and come up to standing. Take a moment to pause and breathe. So hopefully we've cleared away some tension through the joints. Now we're going to just do a real brief cleansing and nourishing of our energy body. We're going to start off with a practice called Shivering Horse. So you begin by just shaking out your hands, and notice when you relax the fingers, you can really get more movement there. So it's an interesting practice of tension in one part of the body and ease in another part of the body. See if you can bring that same balance of tension and ease into the elbows and the shoulders. And then the hips, you might need to bend your knees. And then your thighs. And then your ankles. So we're going to go down in that order. Hands, arms, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Hands, arms, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. And then you could just go down as quickly as you can. Just like when a horse has a fly land on its flake and it wants to shake it off. All right, and then pause. Whew. Take a breath in, reach the arms out and up. This time as you exhale, turn the palms down and visualize cleansing the whole front of your body like you're taking a little squeegee, getting rid of all of it, letting it drop to the floor. Inhale up. This time squeegee through the back of the body, getting rid of the excess, letting it be absorbed by the earth. And then this last time, visualize going right down the very center of you, right down the core, and letting it be absorbed. Okay. This next practice involves a little bit of time either standing, or if standing isn't your bag, then you can come to a seated position to do this next one. It'll be a couple of minutes of standing. So if you are doing the standing posture, then you'll want to have your feet about shoulder width apart and the weight back in your heels, knees unlocked, and a very slight tuck of the pelvis. From there, we're going to bring the hands in front of the belly, palms facing, center of the palms facing the belly. Okay, so this is your stance. If it gets too tiring, you're always welcome to shift to the chair. Notice your breath. And I want you to visualize that your feet are blocks of ice. Good news for those of us in hot climates. And visualize those blocks of ice as starting to melt, seeping into the floor, seeping into the earth beneath the floor, turning into rivers of water, descending through the earth, around the stones, around the pipes, and whatever else is underneath there. And eventually reaching the very core of the earth. And once they reach the core of the earth, these tributaries turn into straws, so that the energy flows both ways. And I want you to visualize drawing the energy from the earth up through these roots, straws, whatever you want to call them, tributaries, up through the feet, the legs, into the hips, into the low belly, and then sending that earth energy back down. All the way through the body, into the floor, into the earth. And let's draw it back up. Then send it back down. Let's visualize that this earth energy as a beautiful golden color. like the color of a sunflower. And imagine that along with this golden color, we are gathering from the earth a sense of joy and health and love. So let's inhale, gather it from the earth, and as you exhale, let it stay at the belly. Inhale, draw up joy and health and love. Exhale, let it fill up the legs, hips, and the belly. And continue drawing joy and health and love. Exhale, let it fill up the legs, the belly, upper body. Inhaling it up. Exhale, spilling out over the arms and hands. Inhaling it up. Exhale, letting it fill up lower body, upper body, all the way up into the neck and head. Inhaling it up, let it spill out through your pores into the space around you. So the space around your body is filled with joy and health and love. And continue to pump this golden light filled with joy and health and love into the space around you till the whole room is full. And then your next inhale, sweep the arms out and up, look up, and then exhale, pull all that health and joy and love into you. Let your hands rest at the chest. Just breathe. Okay. We're going to shift now into a supremely comfortable position. So that might mean that you make some adjustments in your chair, or it might mean that you come to the floor. I'm going to come to my floor. And if you do come to the floor, you'll want to have something, maybe some cushion under your head, under your body. We're going to come into our laughter yoga experience. Always a good idea to have water nearby if you're going to be doing some laughter yoga. All right, so for me, the most comfortable position is to be on my back. That might not be true for you, so do what is true for you. I'm going to bend my knees so that my back doesn't get too tense. All right, so up until today, we've always done a little preparatory exercise for our laughter experience. Today, I thought we would just go right into it because you've been doing this with me for a month. So I thought we would just go right into our belly laughter. And we begin by remembering the last time we had a really good belly laugh. And we think about people we were with, what made us laugh. And so the beginning of the laughter is simply a practice or a remembrance of that moment of those belly laughs. So whenever you're ready, we're going to do 2 minutes today. Go ahead and recreate that belly laughter. and, and then bringing that to a close. If you're not already in your most relaxing position, go ahead and shift and allow yourself a few moments to let that echo of laughter expand from the center of your chest, kind of rippling outward through the whole body. Like the sensation we felt at the very beginning of practice when we slid the hands up and down the thighs. Feel that gentle pulsing, tingling. Whatever part of your body is supported, see if you can soften any tension so that you're not holding it up. You're surrendering it to gravity. And just let yourself rest here. Take a slightly deeper breath, moving any part of your body that wants to move. If you're not already in a comfortable seated position, take some time to make your way there. So I hope this past month of practicing laughter has maybe primed the pump to allow you to laugh more freely. And I hope you'll join me next month as we replace this laughter yoga segment with a little bit of freeform dancing. That'll be fun. Take care. See you next time. Peace.